Hello, people of God. Welcome again. It is Prophet Matilda here. A lot of you might be wondering why certain people or certain things are taken away from you, or why God is letting them leave or letting things go. Sometimes there are things that are only going to be a hindrance to your walk with the Lord, that are only going to serve as stumbling blocks or mountains on that journey that the Lord wants you to take. It does not matter if you think it is good for you, because a lot of times you will think it is good for you. A lot of times you don't want these things to go. You don't want these people to leave, but they are not good for you. They are not good for where the Lord is taking you to. They are not good for what He wants you to do. They will be like a burden. So a lot of times we need to just understand that the Lord is doing this because this is all we need at the moment, right? This is the elevation that is coming. Will not accommodate this person, these people, this situation in your life. It might seem hard. It might seem like you went through something. You might even not understand it early in the beginning, but yes, eventually you will. You see, Joseph had to be separated from his immediate family and his brothers, even though they were the ones that pushed him away. It was all part of God's plan. But where he was taken him to, he couldn't have been where he was. He couldn't have been surrounded by the people that he was surrounded by for a certain time, right? For him to achieve that which the Lord wanted him to achieve. Okay? So it was for the God's purpose, and it was for His own good and for the good of the entire Israel that happened. Moses needed to leave that palace at that moment and go into the desert and just be there for a while and hear God and speak to the Lord, and then come back as an instrument that will be used to save the people of Israel from captivity. He couldn't have achieved that if he was just there chilling in that palace, recognized as a prince, even though he wasn't biologically an Egyptian. He lived in that palace. But the time when he needed to be in that palace, he was there. The Lord kept him there. And the time when he needed to leave and go, he had to go so that he could come back as who the Lord had destined him to be. If not, his destiny would have been altered by that palace. Some of you were in palaces and you're wondering why you are where you are now. But look at the bigger picture and understand who your God is. He has a plan for your life, that palace will no longer serve, that palace will no longer be good for, okay? And perhaps you are going back to that palace, but you are going back renewed. You are going back fully fortified with the Spirit of God and the power of God to do that which He wants you to do, to carry out the instruction that He has for you. You need to be guided by the Holy Spirit. When God keeps you in a place and takes you out of there, He is still God. Know that the God that kept you there for a reason is also taking you out of there now for a reason. So there's no need to be worried or to be complaining about where you are right now, because where you are right now is still God's will, even though it looks like it's not fancy or it's not comfortable. It wasn't comfortable for Joseph in that pit, but that was where he met the people that carried his story to Pharaoh's ears, that he could interpret dreams, and then he became who he became, and then he did what he did for them, and then he saved millions of people from famine. The Lord is taking you somewhere. So even though where you are right now seems tough, see, it is probably just your training ground. It's probably just your training ground to prepare you for that greater purpose. Not allow the enemy to get you nagging and get you complaining. There's a bigger purpose for you, and the Lord knows why you are where you are. I'll see you guys next time.